here at Luxfer Gas Cylinders, and today we're going to show you how you make one of these. Can you believe, to make one of these, it starts off with just one of these? Oh, and 650 tons of pressure. So this is the extrusion machine, and Darren's going to explain more about the process.
Okay, it all starts out with a billet. We place the billet onto the conveyor. The conveyor comes round to the end of the conveyor, and the robot then picks it up and places it into the extrusion die. Nominally, the press will take 650 tons to extrude one of these cylinders. As you can see, it does this in seconds. This is the forming process that puts the head on the top of the cylinder. It puts it into the coil box, the red box there, and heats it up to 350 degrees in 7 seconds. It then transfers it onto the next station with a band of lubricant on it, ready for the forming process. Next stage, the robot will pick it up from the exit there and load it into the press.
This next part of the process is pivotal for the whole production line to work. We're standing in front of the Chiron, and Darren is going to explain to us exactly why they chose this machine to kind of be at the heart, the hub of the whole production line.
Well, the Chiron, we've had 20 years experience with Chiron, and reliability has been phenomenal against other machines. It's obviously the brand, we get the quality and we get the speed as well, all in one go.
It's definitely known for high speed machining, aren't they?
Yes, definitely.
So what have you done different this time round, and what's different about the machine from the previous Chiron purchase that you had?
Just literally, it is a faster machine. It's got better acceleration in all axes, which means obviously we can shave seconds off the product and make more profitability.
So you've worked with ETG, you've got the machine, you've got the work holding, you've got the tooling, but I want to know the whole process. So Darren, what happens here?
Right, okay, we load cylinders in at this point that have not been machined, and then we basically machine the top face, put a thread internally, we clamp the cylinders.
So the clamps, they're actually rising, aren't they?
Yes.
And so they're touching underneath here, so the pressure of that going up has to be to tight tolerances too as well, every time.
It cannot move. Obviously if it moves, then we'll have a tooling crash or anything like that, so it has to hydraulically clamp it securely to be able to machine and hold a fine tolerance.
And you can't have any wobbles, can you?
No, not at all, none whatsoever.
No wobbling at all. So one side of the machine is getting machined. What's happening with the other side?
The other side of the machine is being loaded or unloaded at the same time as the one side is being machined. So obviously the uptime is very good in the fact there's always something happening. The machine's always producing cylinders at any one time.
Okay, and then also another stage, if you follow me, we go over to here. So the cylinder will be full of your lubricants and your coolants. So what happens in this area?
Basically, this drains all the coolants out, and the coolant goes back to the machine. And at that point, then we basically clean the cylinders internally, so we remove any oils or residues from the machining process.
Is that with water?
With water and soap.
So now all of the machining is complete on the Chiron machine. Now you're producing over 45 to 50,000 of these a month. How many of these do you get scrapped?
We don't scrap any, to be honest. We do a first off inspection, make sure it's all dimensionally correct to the drawing, and from that point onwards we have non-scrap whatsoever. It brings up good point is we bought the machine as we use high tolerances on some jobs. Literally we have to hold within 50 microns. We're currently holding, with a new machine now, 15 microns. So as you can see, we're really happy with it.
Yeah, very happy. And now this is a testing process, and it's like a 6-point test, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. First thing is it's a thread gauge test where we check that it screws all the way down. He'll then rotate the gauge with a no-go gauge, and we're going to make sure that it doesn't go any more than 2.5 turns. And this is for the valve that will be fitted eventually to the process. He'll check the counterbores, finally a concentricity check to make sure that the machine is in the centre of the cylinder.
Right, perfect. Very, very important parts of the process. They're all going through into the next machine, which is pressure testing. Every single cylinder has a different capacity. So what's happening here is the water is going into the cylinder, moves across, to here where there's bars of pressure, 135 bars of pressure going in, and that's going to test its structural integrity. So what we're doing now is the stamping. That's verified that inside of the machine it's had the pressure test. Next up, it goes into the washer. Now that will be a high temperature washing machine technically, and that's testing that there's no contaminants, no swarf or anything. So we've tested inside the cylinder, but what about outside? Now what's happening behind me is we're checking for surface finish. It will go through onto the rollers, and this gentleman will file down any kind of imperfections or anything like that. Next stage, it goes on to stamping. Now every single cylinder has its own unique serial number, shall we say, and that gives full traceability from the start to the finish of the production line. And now we arrive at the painting department. Each and every single one of these cylinders will be primed and painted, and that will represent what goes inside every cylinder. They're red, so I think you can probably guess what these are used for. And of course, every single one has been manufactured thanks to their Chiron machine.